BioWare is undergoing a lot of layoffs and a lot of changes, and things are looking very interesting there behind the scenes, so let's just go over all this. This is coming from IGN, quote, BioWare is reportedly now down to fewer than 100 employees after a round of layoffs and staff exits following the release of Dragon Age: The Veilguard and a restructure to focus on the next Mass Effect game. Last week, EA restructured BioWare to focus on Mass Effect 5 only, meaning some who worked on Dragon Age: The Veilguard were moved to projects at other EA studios. It is also worth noting that this happened after EA said that Dragon Age: The Veilguard quote-unquote underperformed. And regarding the restructurings at BioWare to focus on Mass Effect 5, well, they put up this blog post a few days before, quote, hello everyone, today we are turning towards the future and preparing for the next chapter in BioWare's story. As we announced in August 2023, we are changing how we build games to meet the needs of our upcoming projects and hold ourselves to the highest quality standards. Now that The Veilguard has been released, a core team at BioWare is developing the next Mass Effect game under the leadership of veterans from the original trilogy, which that's very exciting. Some of the OG developers from the original Mass Effect trilogy coming back. So they go on to list them, including Mike Gamble, Preston Watamaniuk, yeah, I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry, Derek Watts, Parrish Lay, and others. In keeping with our fierce commitment to innovating during the development and delivery of Mass Effect, we have challenged ourselves to think deeply about delivering the best experience to our fans. We're taking the opportunity between full development cycles to reimagine how we work at BioWare. Given this stage of development, we don't require support from the full studio. We have incredible talent here at BioWare, and so we have worked diligently over the past few months to match many of our colleagues with other teams at EA that had open roles that were a strong fit. Today's news will see BioWare become a more agile-focused studio that produces unforgettable RPGs. We appreciate your support as we build a new future for BioWare from Gary McGay, which is the general manager over there at BioWare. So needless to say, there is some good news and some bad news coming out of this. I don't know. Like, when it comes to that blog post, they say that we're restructuring so then we can become more focused. But I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's just PR speak to kind of lighten the blow of the layoffs to make it seem not as bad. If that's the genuine truth, if they're really just trying to kind of hone in, you know, and not have too many cooks in the kitchen, just focus in, only have the essential people there, so then they can kind of hone in, take their time with the game, and just have a reasonable amount of cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? So I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's a mix of the two as well, but I'm very excited for the future of BioWare. I'm very excited for the next Mass Effect game, but I do also feel for the people that have been affected by the layoffs and some of the folks that have been switched around. Thankfully, again, it didn't seem like it was entirely layoffs across the board. It does seem like in some situations, some people were just moved around at EA a little bit. But in terms of the layoffs, I don't know, having some conflicting feelings here. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on this, and I'm staying optimistic for the future, because it does sound like they're driven. It does sound like they're still developing Mass Effect 5 or the next Mass Effect game, whatever you want to call it, so that's good. Really, only time will tell what the future has in store for BioWare.